said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
They'll run the counter. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. from the gun. They'll try the middle. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Underwood. The screen, he's got wheels. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Might be changing the route. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Quarterback looks for a little space. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's got an open man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The give to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Davis. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. With jet sweep pass. Turning it on. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And what a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They are up by 7 over SMU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. It's a running one. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with the lone back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 35. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Really nice job by the offense there, setting up the play-action pass. They ran the ball the last play, so the defense saw run action this time. A lot of guys bit downhill. The quarterback had a chance to find his target outside. He puts it up in the air. Receiver does his job. They connect for the long score.
Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So after the break, they'll go back to work. to adjust the pattern. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. It's Underwood. Got it in the middle. It's Bennett. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Tight end now in motion. The lone back's got it. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Green.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They'll go to the air. The screen, he can go! He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Clemson. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Back to the ground with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the quarterback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. And they go back on top.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Handoff to the lone back. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Fires on the move. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's a long way to throw the football. When you throw that comeback, it's all the way out wide. Nice job by the corner seeing it. The receiver looks like he's running a vertical route, but then sets it down. He stays right there with him, breaks on the football, and swats it down.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The offense changing the play. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Got his man on the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Running back searching for a hole. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking left. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a... Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He's inside the 40, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 17 over SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air. It's Underwood. Looking to buy time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's going for it all. A strike downfield. Here he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Tiger. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. They think there's room to run to the right here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Looking for room. It's Sanford. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. Finds his man, it's Bennett. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. To the air on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Snagged out of the air. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Clemson is quick to the line. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it in, more than enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got enough for the first. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
To the ground. He's got it again. Breaks into the open.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Finds the tight end. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
That is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll go back to the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Quickly to the tight end. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On target to the left. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They go to the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And now this is the time in the game where the clock's fighting against you, and you can only take so many shots like that and get no gain. We got to get out of bounds, or we got to waste timeouts, so we got to be smart offensively in what we do here.
Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can now. On defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. The 40. The 30. Inside the touchdown, Tigers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember them. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
One more play to pad the stats. Off play action. Unloads it left. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So, we know they're going to a bowl game, great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.